Hey, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I am Desiree Cocroft, your Get Your Life coach. I am a speaker, author, master transformation coach, and life strategist looking to help you get your whole life together, your professional life and your personal life. I absolutely love to help entrepreneurs, side hustlers, people that lead organizations, and people that just have really big, audacious goals get out of their own way. So if you are here for more leadership strategies, life strategies, business tips, and just ways to master your strengths and hone in on having very great habits to execute on the goals that you have for your life, you are at the right channel. So go ahead and hit subscribe and let's jump right into today. We are at the top of 2022 and it is all about goals, goals, goals. Everybody has taken time or may have taken time to set goals for 2022. And in this video, I really want to help you think about 4 strategies that you can implement to help you actually accomplish your goals. Many times people are setting goals at the top of January and they're super excited and enthusiastic about the goals that they set. However, many of us don't spend enough time on thinking about how we will actually accomplish the goals. So in this video, I want to help you think about 4 simple strategies to help you accomplish your goals in 2022 and beyond. Are you ready? Let's go. So for the first thing is actually something I made a video about last week. And so if you want to have more information on the first thing that I'm going to talk about, feel free to look at that other video from last week to get in more in depth. But in brief, I'm going to mention it right here, right now. And one of the things that you need to do in order to accomplish your goals in 2022 is focus on your being. What does that mean? Focus on who you desire to be in 2022 so you can accomplish your big, audacious goals. The same person from last year is not going to be the person that can accomplish this year's goals. So what habits do you need to acquire? What are some of those characteristics that you need to strengthen in order to be the person that shows up with enthusiasm, with power to accomplish the goals that you set before you? Many people don't think about this, and this is an error. We don't think about how we need to be different to have a different life. And so, my friends, this is the biggest thing that I think could help you in 2022. And it's really simple. Think about what you could improve on. What is an area in your life that if you became more effective in that area, you could accomplish bigger and better goals this year than you have before, or at least this set of goals that you have before you right now. I want you to go ahead and write that down and think about how many different ways could you learn to be better in that area, and just start practicing that each and every day. The more that you become the person that accomplishes the goal, the more that you'll have the opportunity to have the things that that person has. All right. So one thing that will help you in accomplishing your goals in 2022 is focus on your being. Now we're going to focus on number 2. So number 2 is review your goals daily. Review your goals daily is so important because we set goals in January or December or even November. And even when we revisit our goals throughout the year, we might do it again in July or at the last quarter. We tend to do it that one time in band camp and we never look at them again. So what I want to encourage you to do is to review your goals daily. So one practice to help you do this is to actually do it as soon as you get up in the morning. So perhaps you have them in a journal or you have them in your planner or in your electronic device. Have that next to your bed so that in the morning, as soon as you get up, you can actually review your goals. And so another part of just reviewing your goals is not simply reading them in a monotone way like, oh, I want to go back to school this year and get my master's. Nobody wants to hear a goal like that, and that definitely doesn't motivate you when it comes to accomplishing that goal. So when you are reading your goals, I want to encourage you to read them with power, read them with authority, and read them in a way that excites you about accomplishing them. Another practice around reviewing your goals is actually rewriting your goals. So a practice that I like to do when I am reviewing my goals in the morning is to actually rewrite them in a journal in a way that helps me really anchor myself in how it will feel when it is accomplished and what it will look like when it's accomplished. So one way of doing that, for instance, is, okay, perhaps you want to write a book in the next year. And so in writing the book in the next year, that's the goal. Maybe you would rewrite it in, oh, when I accomplish writing my book this year, I'm going to feel so relieved to get my ideas out there in the world. I am going to have so much income and wealth as a result of creating this extra revenue stream. I am so excited about how this book is going to change the lives of the people that read it. So you see where I'm going? When you start reading your goals and then reframing or writing them in a way that kind of show you what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like to have accomplished those goals, you really get to energetically feel what it's like to have accomplished those goals. And it just brings another level of excitement, because the things that you're saying that you desire to see and the things you desire to have are actually going to happen because you are staying on top of your goals. So it's so much power in really reviewing your goals and doing these practices of not just reading them monotone, but reading them with power and authority, and rewriting them to yourself in a way that helps you lock in on what it's going to feel like and what it will sound like to have those goals accomplished. So number 3 is you need to create systems for success. So the goal that you desire to create in 2022 has no room to grow, because the life that you lived last year, you weren't doing it then. So you got to make room for it in your everyday life now. So it causes you to create systems, making adjustments so you can make room to start working toward this goal. So if, for instance, you wanted to create a side hustle for yourself, first thing you need to do is eliminate barriers. What things would be in the way of eating up your time or your energy so that you can accomplish this side hustle goal? So maybe you need to find out if your kids can be at the babysitters or the after school program, or maybe you have a spouse or a partner that can watch them while you work on your goals after work. That's eliminating a barrier, right? So how can you make room for your goal by eliminating some of those barriers? Whether it's a time barrier, which would be you needing time after work to work on your new side hustle, or an energy barrier. Maybe it's just the mind thought of having to grocery shop. And so maybe it's better to order your groceries so you won't have the energy sucked out of you after grocery shopping and still having to do work for your business, right? Getting things out of your thought life and literally moving things off of your schedule. So how can you eliminate some barriers? And that can help you set yourself up for success systematically. All right. So that's one thing that you could do to help set up systems. So the second thing that can really help you in setting up systems is figure out how you can take consistent action and scheduling when that consistent action will take place. So now that you've eliminated barriers, now you can make room for that consistent action. So that consistent action might be actually having more conversations with people that could potentially be a customer of yours. It could be creating content that you might want to deliver in future workshops that you plan on providing for people. Whatever it is, you want to be consistent, aligned with the goal that you have. So when you create those systems to keep those barriers away, to give you more time and more energy, now you have to think about, okay, where can I plot the consistent action that I need to take in those times that I've now created some more time freedom for myself. The third thing that really helps you set up systems is reviewing your metrics. How are you taking time and looking at those quantitative milestones that you want to hit while you're on this journey of accomplishing your goal? So if it's to save money, you're really looking to be debt-free this year. So you might say, like, I want to save $1,000 a month so that I can use that to pay off my student loans. So if that's the case, then you need to review how much money you're spending each week and how much you're putting away. So by the end of the month, you have that $1,000 put away to go ahead and dump on your student loan debt. And so if we don't review our metrics on a regular basis, we don't know where we are. And so if you can figure out when is the best time for you to review your metrics, maybe it's every week. For some people, they do it daily. You figure out what works best for the type of goal that you have so you can know if you need to do number 4, which is to make adjustments. It is okay to make adjustments to your system and figure out what's going to be the thing that helps you do the best at the goal that you have in front of you. A lot of times we get really stuck on what's on our vision board or what is the goal that we said we would do and what are the action steps we said we would do, and we don't give ourselves permission to make adjustments. However, when we set up a system that eliminates barriers, a system that helps us take consistent action on a few action steps, and then we're reviewing our metrics on a regular, we can start seeing, hey, this is working really well. Let me double down on this. Or you know what? This is not as great as I thought it would be. Let me pull back and reevaluate how I need to approach this. So it's really important to set up systems like this so it can help us reassure ourselves of what we're doing or to just help us know that we might need to change some things up. So then the last thing that we need to do if we really want to accomplish our goals in 2022 is a system of accountability. So accountability can be in so many different forms. It can be having an accountability partner. It can be because you have a mentor or a coach. You can be checking in with people or people can be checking in with you. It can also look electronic. You can have an app for that helps remind you of an action step that you need to take. Regardless of what you choose, there are so many different ways to keep you accountable to yourself and what you said you want to do in 2022. So I encourage you to think about what are the layers, and I do mean layers of accountability that you desire to have. So I have many layers of accountabilities, electronic accountability layers, which are in the form of alarms or apps to remind me to do some of my action steps. And I also have tons of human accountability. I have accountability partners. I am a part of coaching and mastermind groups. I have mentors. I have coaches that really help me stay anchored on the things that I say I want to accomplish and can definitely be a great sounding board when I get in a funk and I'm not sure what I should do next. So accountability is so important to help you get going and to accomplish your goals. And as things are going, they are definitely a great support during your journey, which will change along the way. So I hope this video was helpful to you in 4 simple strategies that you can use to actually accomplish your goals. If you really like this video, go ahead and like it. Make some comments so I can know what content you really liked and what you want to know more about. And feel free to share it and subscribe if you haven't done that already. So if you would like some more support in accomplishing your goals this year, I have some goodies for you in the description below. If you would like to get a clarity success tool for you to use to hash out some of your goals, then go ahead and click the link below. I also have my book, Get Your Life Today, 7 Success Hacks for Life, Leadership, and Business that can be a tool to help you think about your whole self, your life, your leadership, and your business. If you are a book nerd like me and love personal development and leadership development, then I would suggest Audible. I love Audible, and I've been able to do so much in terms of my own leadership growth by listening to books in the last 3 years. Go ahead and click below for 1 free month off of Audible. And if you are interested in just working with me and you want to be coached, I would love to have a phone call with you. Feel free to click on the free coaching expansion call, and we can take some time to think about what are your greatest needs and how I can help you. So thank you for checking out this video. Feel free to check out the goodies again in the description box below. Check out some of my old videos because those could help you get your life this year as well. And until the next time, enjoy the beginning of your new year. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until the next time, go and be great.